So in this session, we'll be learning how to export a 2D and 3D graphics or model in Google SketchUp export option. So what are the options available in export? So you can see in export we have four options, that is 3D model, 2D graphics, section slice and animation. So if you don't know how to export an animation or how to animate, so we have already done a video on this. A video link is in the description, or you can also find in our playlist of Google SketchUp Essential Training. Let's start with the other three options. So we have your first one, we have 3D and second 2D. So in 3D, we export the 3D model to other formats. You can see here, we have a lot of formats where you can export. So let's start with basics. So first one, if we go to export and let's talk about 2D graphics. So in 2D graphics, what happens? So if I click on 2D graphics, you can see I have options here. So one is PDF. So if you want a PDF file output, so we have EPS, we have bitmap, we have JPEG, which is the most commonly used to export an image, and we have TIFF, we have PNG, we have AutoCAD formats over here, so DWG and DXF. Now let's start with the common format, JPEG. So if I want to export an image, so first I'll need to just set up my camera right, so the image is right. So once you set your image right, if you want to play with shadows or styles and other options, you can do it before exporting. So once you have set, so as of now, I don't want to activate shadows because it is a section cut. So in this now what happens? So once I have finalized on which view I want, I can go to file, click on export 2D graphics. So I'm going to select the format JPEG. So just let me create a folder saying as export exercise. Okay. I've already selected the format as JPEG. So I'm going to put as view 1. So I'm just going to give export. Similarly, we'll be doing PDF. So before that, let's open the folder. Let's go to desktop, export, and you can see this is already exported to JPEG format. If you want a raw render output, you can just click on file, then go to export, then 2D graphics. But if you want a realistic render image, then you can use rendering plugins such as V-Ray, Corona Render, Luminon. There are so many where render engines are there, which you are okay with to use. Now in 2D graphics, you also have PDF option. Let's also try that. So I'm going to just put as view 1 PDF export. Let's open the folder, and you can see when I open, it is exported as PDF. So you can directly export it to PDF without even exporting to JPEG, then converting to PDF if you need in a PDF format. Similarly, you can export it to AutoCAD such as 2D. So I'm just going to put as 2D. So select AutoCAD format and export. So once export is done, you can find the AutoCAD format here. So now how to export and use it in AutoCAD will be showing in AutoCAD series. So do hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon, and do keep your eye on our videos and updates. So next you have 3D options. So 3D model here, you can see here there are a lot of options. So commonly used are 3ds Max for 3ds file. So if you want to, if your more advanced skills are in 3ds Max for rendering, you can use 3ds Max file format. Similarly, you have AutoCAD, you have DAE, you have FBX and XXI, XSI. So these formats are for each particular softwares. Even OBJ comes for 3ds Max as well. So whichever softwares you are using, you can just go and check out which format they support, and if you want, you can work in SketchUp and then export it to it. So if you want to export to 3ds Max, you can just select 3ds Max. Now what happens here when exporting, just create a 3ds Max folder, because 3D folder. So what happens now when I save inside? So let me just rename it. So export pro is on progress. So you can see here we have a lot of entities which is showing now. Like example, we have 441 groups and 448 instance. These are all the inputs which is shown by the SketchUp model, what is we have modeled by using group, textures, faces, edges, cameras, and other stuff. So now it is turned into 3ds Max. Now why I have told you to make a separate folder, because in 3ds Max all the textures get extruded and it is made an individual file. For example, this is for the granite texture which we have used, and this is a texture which we may have been applied earlier, then we have changed. So this is the wall unit texture, this is the base unit texture, and these are the metal textures on the handles which are present. So this is the reason why you have to do a separate 3D folder while exporting. Now this you can just import it to 3ds Max, so that will be showing you in the later videos. So stay tuned. And you have one more option in export known as section. Now section slice, you have to create a section. So these are views, and we have created sections like this by using section options. If you see here, the sections planes are visible now. So if you don't know how to create section, the link is also in the description. We have already created a video how to use section cut option. So since it is done ready here, the section view, so you can just export the section itself. So you can give section slice. So just rename it, and you can see in section you have only two options, that is DWG, DXF, which is AutoCAD format. So these basically will be used to create 2D drawings in AutoCAD. So just select and you can just do export. Now if you see, I have in DWG format. Now, this is why exporting is useful in Google SketchUp, because when to model 3D in 3ds Max, it takes a lot of time, but in Google SketchUp, it saves your time. So later on, once your model is ready, you can export to whichever software you want to work on for advanced technique, might be rendering, might be animation, and other stuff. So this is a useful way which is very useful and used by many professionals to add detailings on them. So hope you like this session. I hope it was informative one. So do hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon and share it to your friends who are looking to upgrade their skills in Google SketchUp. Thank you.